Today, we are counting down the top collectible sales from June 2023, and we are looking at the categories of sports magazines, comics, concert posters, and sports cards. Let's jump right into it. We're starting off with sports magazines. If you want a deeper look at the in-depth list of sports magazine sales from last month, check out my sports magazine moguls. But here we'll do a quick rundown starting with number 5, and this is the 2009 ESPN The Magazine Michael Jordan. Autographed, authenticated by Upper Deck, and this one sold for $3,000 on eBay. Coming in number 4, we have Tom Brady. This is 2002 Sports Illustrated Presents. It's his first Sports Illustrated. It's not a weekly cover. This is a commemorative issue, but this actually preceded his first weekly appearance. So a little bit of debate about what his true first cover is. This was his actual very first appearance on any type of SI publication. And it's a CGC 9.8. So this one went for $3,120 on Heritage. There have been 231 copies of this issue graded. It's important to note that all of the commemorative issues from SI Presents are going to be marked as newsstand because these were not issues that were sent to subscribers. They were all purchased directly from the newsstand rack. And as a CGC 9.8, it is one of only 25. Coming in number 3, 1991 Sports Illustrated Dream Team. This is a CGC 9.4. One of the most iconic covers. You've got Charles Barkley, Magic Johnson, Patrick Ewing, Michael Jordan, and Karl Malone, all stars from that Dream Team. And this 9.4 went for $3,500 on eBay. There have been 41 copies graded as newsstand, and as a 9.4, it's a pop one of 5. There are only 4 copies graded higher. Coming in at number 2, we have Michael Jordan. This is from 1984, Sports Illustrated. It's a CGC 8.5. So this was Michael's second Sports Illustrated cover. This was before he had appeared with the Chicago Bulls. His first cover featured him in college with the North Carolina Tar Heels, and this second cover is while Michael was starring for Team USA in the 1984 Olympics in Los Angeles, and you can see him there wearing that number 9 jersey. This team was coached by Bobby Knight, and MJ really was kind of the star of that team. So this went for $4,000 on eBay. There have been 42 newsstand copies graded. This is a pop one of 7, and there are 10 copies graded higher. And coming in number 1 as the highest selling sports magazine from last month, look at this beautiful 1965 Sports Illustrated first cover of Bill Russell. It's a CGC 9.0, phenomenal grade for a magazine that is almost 60 years old, of an all-time legend. You got that beautiful green color match background there. Bill Russell, how I psych them. He talked in this article about how he really uses the mental aspect of the game to dominate. And this is one of the rarest and most difficult newsstand issues to find as a key issue. $8,000 sale on eBay, only 6 newsstand copies graded. And this is a pop one of 1 with none higher. Next up, comics. And let's just say, after a couple down months, the comics bounced back in a big way this month. Coming in at number 5, we've got 1962 Journey into Mystery number 83. This is the origin and first appearance of Thor. It's a CGC 9.4 that sold for $350,400 on Comic Connect. There have been 2,373 copies of this comic graded, 1,776 of which are universal copies, so many of them are restored and qualified, but that's how many get the blue universal label. And as a 9.4, it's a pop one of 11. There's only 1 copy graded higher. Coming in at number 4, we have Superman number 1 from 1939. It's a CGC 3.0, and it sold for $360,000 on Heritage. Only 174 copies of this one graded. This pop count's looking a lot closer to some of the Sports Illustrateds we see. And only 73 of those 174 are universal blue labels. It's a pop one of 4 as a CGC 3.0, and there are only 22 copies graded higher. Number 3, 1941, Captain America number 1, a CGC 9.2, sold for $810,000 on Heritage. 191 copies graded, 95 of which are universal. It's a pop one of 3 at the 9.2 level, and there are only 3 copies graded higher. Number 2, 1938 Action Comics number 1. It's a CGC 3.0. It sold for $1.5 million on Goldin auctions. There have been 76 copies graded, 44 of which are universal. This is a pop 1 of 8, and there are 25 copies graded higher. And coming in at number 1 is the highest selling comic from last month. We've got 1939 Superman number 1 again. And this one is a CGC 7.0. Went for $1.62 million on Goldin auctions. 174 total copies graded and 73 universal, as we mentioned earlier. But the 7.0 is a pop 1 of 2 with only 2 copies graded higher. Our third category for today is concert posters, and if you've seen my previous videos, you know that I like to shuffle up that fourth category. I'm always looking at sports magazines, sports cards, and comics, and we just kind of mix it up with the fourth one. I've done video games and I've done VHS tapes, and this month I decided to give it a go for concert posters. I really know very little about this hobby in particular, but let's take a look at the top 5 sales from last month. So coming in at number 5, we've got Bo Diddley from 1958, and this concert poster went for $2,750 on Heritage. Coming in at number 4, this is from 1963, Hank Ballard and the Midnighters. This was a concert in Seattle. You can see from May 24th, and also had Johnny Taylor and Johnny Morissette. This one went for $3,250 on Heritage. 1965, Joan Baez and Bob Dylan played at Candlestick Park. This was the concert poster, and this copy went for $3,500 on Heritage. Number 2, the Beatles, 1966, also at Candlestick Park, and this one went for $4,625 on Heritage. Here come the Beatles. And number 1, the famous 1969 Woodstock concert poster went for $9,062.50 on Heritage. Very cool, very historical and culturally relevant here. And last but not least, we've got our sports card countdown from last month. And coming in at number 5, we've got this Mike Trout 2009 Bowman Chrome Auto, graded a PSA Gem Mint 10, went for $510,000 on Goldin auctions. 150 copies of this card graded. It's a pop 39 at the PSA 10 level. Number 4, classic card right here, 1980 Topps. You got Larry Bird, you got Dr. J, you got Magic Johnson. This is the rookie card for both Bird and Magic, and it's a PSA 10 that went for $516,000 on Goldin auctions. There have been just shy of 12,000 copies of this card graded, but this is one of only 23 PSA 10s. Number 4, you got a stunner of a 1954 Topps Hank Aaron card graded at a PSA 9, sold for $600,000 on Goldin. There have been 5,214 copies of this card graded. This is one of 25 PSA 9s, and there are only 2 PSA 10s. Number 2, the next year, 1955 Topps, and we have this time Roberto Clemente. This is a PSA 9, $792,000 on Goldin, just shy of 5,000 graded copies. There are 11 PSA 9s. There's only 1 PSA 10. And coming in as the number 1 highest selling sports card from last month, we've got a 2004 Upper Deck Exquisite LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, dual logo man, dual autograph, 1 of 1, PSA authentic, auto 10, and it went for $840,000 on Goldin auctions. As is the nature with 1 of 1s, this is the only copy graded, and it is a pop 1 of 1 with none higher. That's it. Thanks for watching. Please like, please comment, please subscribe, and until the next video, see you next time.